And welcome to week 11 of episode Revenant. How's everybody doing? Hope you all had a wonderful first week in the dawning. It is now for week 2. But for those new here, this is the weekly update series where I go over all the weekly activities that are inside Destiny 2, from the core playlist to our rotators. So if you want to keep up with update with Destiny, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, I'll be streaming live over on Twitch this evening, potentially with my clanmates around, I want to say 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to come out, hang out, and chat a little bit, feel free. I'll have a link in the description below. But enough of that, let's go ahead and dive into our rotators for the week, shall we? Starting off with our Vanguard playlist. For our Grandmaster this Nightfall this week, it is the Arms Dealer Strike. So you'll make sure you have Barrier and Unstoppable Champion mods equipped, either yourself or your fire team in general. And the reward is the Azumi RR4 sniper rifle. It is also the final week to get it as the Adept version, so make sure you get the version you want before next Tuesday at reset. Alright, in the land of Gambit, as per usual, there is nothing there. So over in Crucible this week, it is currently going to be Supremacy and Hardware Supremacy as our rotating playlist, I guess. And then this weekend, starting on Friday, it will be Increased Trials Reputation. So if you want to reset your Trials rank, good time to do it will be this weekend. Enough of that. For our rotator, starting off with our raid over on Europa, we have the Deepstone Crypt raid. So if you're still trying to get Eyes Tomorrow or any of the red borders crafted, great week to farm that out. Then our second raid is over on Neptune, being Root of Nightmares. So if you're still trying to get Conditional Finality or any of the red borders there, once again, another good week to get that completed. Alright, for our rotating dungeons this week, they are both in the Legends tab. Starting off with Ghosts of the Deep to get the Navigator exotic, and then Prophecy, which doesn't have one besides a cool ghost shell. And then for our exotic mission this week is Star-Crossed for the Wishkeeper bow. So if you want to get that crafted, get Enemy's Catalyst, this is the time to do it. Alright, down in the Pale Heart, the weekly co-op mission this week is the Descent. Don't forget to go in with at least one other fire team member, so you can tackle tackle a couple enemies inside. They shoot the front and the back at the same time, as well as 2 nodes across various points of the room. And then the weekly match made out overthrow activity is over here in the Blooming. So if you're still trying to get a good roll for Ergo Sum, good week to get that done. Alright, next up is our Ascendant Challenge for the week. It is, conveniently enough, over here in the same place as our Lost Sector for the day. It will be in the Bay of Drowned Wishes with the Agronach Abyss Ascendant Challenge. Alright, and while we're here, as I can mention, is also the Daily Lost Sector. The rest of the weekly rotation will be Chamber of Starlight on Wednesday, the Quarry in the EDZ on Thursday, Excavation Sites 12 on Friday, also in the EDZ. And then in the Pale Heart, starting on Saturday, the Broken Deep. On Sunday will be the Blooming Deep, and then finally on Monday will be the Forgotten Deep, all on the Pale Heart. And that's our exotic mission Lost Sector rotator. My apologies. Alright, back onto Neptune. Our weekly terminal overload is over here in Ashma Park, and our current daily Vex Incursion Zone is over here in Zephyr Concourse. So if you're trying to get some exotics or exotic engrams, good plan to get it. Alright, that is it for all the rotators. So now let's go over our weekly challenges, shall we? Starting off with week 11, we have Overachiever. Complete bonus objectives in the Tomb of Elders. We then have Mod Collector. Unlock artifact mods, all 12 of them. Splat. Get Sparrow Final Blows in Crucible, Vanguard, or Gambit plays activities. Bonus progress are granted for dealing Final Blows to Guardians. I don't know if it will be completed for you or not, as when I first logged in to do this video, this was not completed yet, and now it suddenly is. I don't know how it's tracked, what it's tracking, or anything. We then have Gotta Win Them All, complete activities in Vanguard, Gambit, or Crucible playlist. bonus progress is granted for completing Vanguard playlist activities at advanced difficulty or higher, or for winning Gambit or Crucible matches. And then we have Fleeting Glory. Complete Crucible matches in the competitive playlist, earn bonus progress for wins. And then lastly, Kinetic Forces. Get Final Blow with kinetic weapons, bonus progress for defeating Guardians. I know in times past, if you use a Strand or Stasis weapon, it will not count. For some things, I don't know if it will or will not count for this, so just make sure you adjust accordingly and see if it works for you. Alright, that is it for our weekly challenges. So let's go ahead and lastly dive into our weekly offerings in Eververse. I only go over brightest offerings as to not cover anything with silver. So starting off, we have on the front page the Winterview Shell. Turns your ghost into, well, the Traveler, I guess. We then have the Frosty Friend multiplayer emote. For a Guardian who wants to make a snowman. This is being on this way. We then have the Snowflake projection for your ghost. The Dawning Celebration shader. The Celestia shader. Alright, then on the brightest page, on the first line, we have Get That Bread emote. We then have the Graceful Spin emote. Who will spin until you stop him. We have the Hard Packed Ghost Shell. The Festive Stag Ship. The Glowmobile Sparrow, because everyone needs a tiny sparrow. The Brumal Dawn Weapon Ornament for Hard Light. And the Candy Cane Ghost Projection. On the second line, we have the Dawning Brilliance shader. Gives a nice clean look, it seems. The Align Shock shader. Dawning Celebration will be on the front page. Celestial will be on the front page. So we then have the Snowy Entrance Transmat effect. The Sweet Entrance Transmat effect. And lastly, the Peppermint Burst Transmat effect. Alright. That is it for week 11. So there'll be timestamps below if you want to jump around to anything in particular. But again, I'll be live this evening over on Twitch around 5 p.m. Eastern. While I'll be playing through most of the content, grinding out resources, getting ready for Act 3 of Revenant. So hope to see you all there. In the meantime, hope you have a wonderful second week of the Dawning, and I will see you in this video, buddy. Goodbye.